Hello, Terry. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. How are you, Terry?
Hello. I'm great. How are you?
I am
What's going
good. Even better being able to spend my morning with you.
on?
So thank you.
I
Thank
know.
you.
I love our Fridays. There's
I
so
do
much.
too. It,
Yeah.
it, it gives me something to look forward to. And hi everybody that is joining us. Paul, hello. He is saying hello, Terry and Kelly. The cabin was blessed this morning. It was a husband and wife doing it when they went in the light to
Together.
together. You guys hit on it Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Oh, Paul, that's amazing.
I remember that now. We were talking about that it felt like it was a guy that had been at war or something or in a battle, and his wife was home alone, and when they saw his energy there, Paul's energy there, they thought, oh, you know, they were he was
Yeah.
jealous or something. He didn't know he was trying to protect his wife,
Yep.
in other
Yep.
words. Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad, Paul, that got all cleared up.
Yeah, it feels like it was on rerun.
Yeah,
How some
it
things are on rerun?
it does. And he said that there was a nun there, and she couldn't even go in. That she got sick.
Oh, wow. The Catholics are all over that stuff, man. I had a priest bless my old house when we first moved back to KC. It had something going on. Yeah.
That's Well, I'm glad, Paul. I'm glad you guys got it all cleared, and I bet you the energy feels so much lighter. But yeah, I got that the guy was not happy.
No, he wasn't. He was being a warrior.
Annie, hello. Thank you for being here. And it is Paul's birthday today. So happy birthday to Paul. And happy birthday to everybody in the month of July. And it's Terry's birthday in 11 days. 11 days is Terry's birthday. So happy birthday to all everybody in July. And I hope you guys have a wonderful party today, Annie. And
Yeah.
Jen B, hello.
Oh, beautiful.
Suzanne, thank you for being here. CJ, Tea Garden Chicken, hello.
Hey, Tea Garden.
And Aquila, hello. Thank you for being here.
Can I just point out Akila's new picture? She is glowing. I don't know if you did something different, Akila, or if that's the same picture and it's just your energy that's glowing, but it's just off the charts, girl.
She's shining. You are
Oh, that's a
shining.
good word, shining. Yeah, I like that. That's perfect.
Oh, Linda Bishop, hello, fellow light workers.
Oh,
Hello.
he's so sweet.
And Rush, hello. Thank you for being here. And Mary Starshine is here.
Oh,
Terry's neighbor.
my neighbor and Rush just had a birthday. Mary, is your birthday this month too? Seems like it. I know there's a bunch of us in July and August.
Oh, happy birthday, Rush.
Yep.
And Julie is in the house.
She's so sweet.
And Gina, hello. Play Love Remember. Okay. So Terry and I are going to be we're going to be talking a little bit on oneness and the power of love and prayer. I thought that it was perfect timing and just something that we all could just use some insight and just bringing love and unity, and togetherness. And so I the law of divine oneness states everything is connected, seen or unseen. We are all one, not only connected with everything and everyone in the universe, but also through universal consciousness. And so every thought, action, and emotion affects the collective field. So as above, as below, as within, and so without. And I think right now, um, as a collective, we're starting to see people kind of starting to come together, and they're wanting to unite. And so I feel like you know shining our light for everybody to see right now is probably one of the most important times in the world, that right now, that we can be doing this, is shining our light. And here, there's Terry. Surprise.
I'm so sorry, you guys. The law of oneness, and you're one.
No.
That's perfect. I love it.
So oneness, dissolves isolation, and the power of love calms our nervous system, lowers our blood pressure, supports our immune system, restores and helps release stored trauma, and it really increases our self-worth, and it can help heal our emotional pain too.
I love that. Yeah, it's really interesting. I love that we're doing that this week because I feel like it's been coming in a lot for everybody recently.
Mhm.
That we realize that there is no division. Like we think, oh, that person voted that way, or that person lives in a country and that does all these things, but we're all the same.
Right.
Oh, Akila, I love that. Started to love the imperfections that makes you perfect. Yeah, owning it, man. Also, like we're no different. I've had this recent thing that I think a lot of us are going through is I look at a cloud and you can be the cloud if you want to, right? And going into the energy of the cloud and the oneness of that, or the oneness of a plant, or the oneness of a bug. Bugs are really interesting because they have a short lifespan. And we think that, oh, I've got this huge long life, but really comparatively with other creatures in the galactics, we have a very short lifespan, even shorter than a lot of humans that used to live for thousands of years, or species in Atlantis and Lemuria, perhaps. So, yeah, we're all together, right, Rush? I love that.
We are, and love is one of the highest bright vibrations, that just feeling love, and actually just even if throughout our day, I'm really big on thank yous. I'm always going thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
I'm good at that. I love that.
But I love the show. I love you. I love our community, and just saying I love my water, and putting that energy into the universe. That too. I mean, what affects one affects us all. And that really raises the vibration, not only on ourself, but in the collective and in the community. And so I've been starting to do that too. Just I love this. I love. And so I'm gonna be probably really annoying.
I love that. I do feel like your gratitude that you give for everybody. The minute you get on a channel, you're like, thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. And it just, I'm modeling that now. I'm like, I'm going to do the Kelly thing because
Oh,
really, because it's so important to show that gratitude and living in a state of grace. That's right up there with the oneness, that is oneness, grace.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right? It
Yeah.
really it really is. And when a person says, our thank yous, and I love you, or I love this. It really, well, in prayer too, when we pray for others and whatnot, I think it heightens our intuition, and it gives us more spiritual clarity. And not only, I think it brings us like happiness and joy, and really a sense of belonging, which I think we all need right now. We need a little bit more happiness. We need a little bit more joy in our lives, and we need a little bit more oneness, and actually in prayer too. I mean, everybody, there's somebody that is always needing prayers, and Terry has a beautiful morning meditation. So anybody that's watching in the future that hasn't isn't aware of it, she has a morning meditation where she shines her light and holds space for everybody, and it's at 8:10 Central, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
And and she has a prayer list, and she puts out prayers for everybody in need. And Terry, that is such a beautiful thing, and that too, it's so healing and raising the vibration, and it's love, right? When we pray, we that's love. We're putting our love into our prayers, and when we put the love into our prayers, it really it manifests, and it 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 heals so much faster. And I have a prayer list to that I go off. And so if anybody's ever in need of prayers, always reach out to Terry, so she can add you in the morning, and you can always reach out to me too, and I will add you to my prayer list. And it's yeah, the power of prayer too is huge.
It is huge when we collectively, particularly coming together as a group, or including a group in your prayer, that magnifies it. And then I've started adding something, which I used to do, but I haven't for a while, is just to verbally add it, is adding prayers for our angels. Like when we give our ascended masters and our angels a gift, it's an exchange
I
of energy.
love that.
Yeah, and it magnifies and multiplies exponentially the energy to share it with another being, whether they be on this earth or in the heavens or the universe or galactics, wherever you want to call it, or in earth. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, it really helps a lot. I feel like we're so gifted. We get so many gifts from so many, and and when I hear about everything going on around the world, it really does make me feel thankful for what I have. And sometimes I look at my stuff, like I'll look at my garage or I'll look at my desk, and I'll be like, oh. But
Right, me too.
yeah, but to really see the beauty in what we have also multiplies it and makes it, to send love to that. You know, it really makes it. Um, what is it? Abundance. That's the word I was looking for. Abundance. So when we look at things with abundance and say, "I love you just the way you are," and it does magnify it, makes it bigger, 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 bigger.
I am going to start doing that, Terry. I'm going to mirror that, and sending love and prayers to the angels. I mean, that's so beautiful. I love that.
I was in a prayer group, well, with Jean Mail, and gmail.com. You guys hear me talk about her all the time. Love that woman. Anyway, and we were doing the love and kindness, and one day I'm in there, and we call in the angels, and Michael and Metatron came in, and they give us love, and then and they were helping with some situation that we were working with. I can't remember if it was Ukraine or what it was, and I started pulling on their robes, And they looked down at me and started laughing. They're like, "What do you want?" I'm like, "I'm gonna shine my light too." And
I love that.
and it was so much fun, and they were just laughing, and then they just let me do it. So, yeah, so knowing that you're divine, like, we are one with the angels, and we're divine beings just like them, so they don't look at us any differently. I think sometimes we look at ourselves differently from ascended masters, or, like, if we not that we don't honor them completely, like, if I was to meet the Dalai Lama, I would be, like, so honored,
Me too.
right? But he would see me as another child of,
Right?
spirit. Yeah, he wouldn't they don't judge us like we're less or bigger or lower or higher. There is none of that. It's such a linear thinking on this planet. Yeah.
It really is. And when we are in the state of love and gratitude, oneness, unity, it really dissolves dissolves our fear and judgment of not only ourselves but for others. And I really think that that is something that is really important right now, is as far as there's a lot of us that we have our fears. There's a lot going on in not only in our personal lives but in the collective. And that fear creeps in. But if we stay in the state of love, it really it dissolves that fear and judgment, which is a beautiful thing too.
Yeah, we're really all reflections. Like if we see someone that's doing something that we don't approve of, that we find is hurtful, especially with this group, right? We see somebody hurting somebody else, that mama bear instinct comes out and that impact, and we're like, we want to solve this. But if we look at them with love, not loving what they're doing, but knowing that they're an entity and witness what they're going through, and it's probably part of their pain body that's doing this. It's their fear, right?
Hmm.
And so not mirroring that fear or that hate towards them, or disparity towards them because of what they're doing, and extend
Yes.
them love any way you can. If you send people love through the back of the high heart or the heart chakra, they don't have to accept it, but sometimes that's the softest way to get through, is to send that love in that way.
Oh, Terry, I mean, you hit on exactly what I was thinking about too. Is you know, it's so important to see the divine in everyone, and everyone. And and obviously we're not in alignment with everyone, because all of our vibrations are different. Some are higher, some are lower, and some of us shine brighter. And but like you said, it's so important to to send love and prayers to the ones that we aren't in alignment with, because what affects one affects us all. And I love that.
Yeah, I feel like if we send hate and fear, which is so easy to do, to go into that, because we're going into protection mode a lot of times for our families, our friends. So definitely process that, but then back it up with they're a divine being having a human experience, and like they're on a stage kind of, and they're acting this out like a little kid,
Hmm.
um, and um, and send so much compassion to everybody
Yeah.
on the planet. So, yeah,
And I'm sure you do this when you're out in public. Do you bless people?
yeah,
I do too.
yeah, yeah. Especially, it's this year in particular, this past couple of year and a half, maybe, I've started looking at people, and for a while there, I was seeing people that perhaps were more right wing, right? I'd say, oh, that's one of those. But
Yep.
but now I just look at them and try to look at their light.
Yes.
And it changes the vibration of everything. People hold open the door for you, they help you with things. One guy bought my daughter and I lunch. They were in front of us at um, oh, not what is it? The Mexican place, whatever it is. Anyway, so yeah,
How nice is that?
yeah,
And um I do you and it's it does it sometimes does keep me busy here in the town I live in, but um when I hear emergency, whether it be a fire truck or ambulance or a siren, a police officer, I send prayers to everybody that's in need of emergency service, and I also send prayers to the people operating the vehicles, and that's something I've probably been doing for, I don't know, 40 years, just if I'm out on the road and see him, I do it. And then if I hear him here, and it's so it's I really think my neighbor's dog, and I know this sounds crazy. I think he I think the dog was a firefighter or a rescue, or worked for an emergency, whatever it was, because when he hears, the dog is behind us, and when he hears a siren, he just howls. He has like
oh,
this like just guttural howl, like he's just so sad. But I'm looking at it like he's sending out prayers to the people in need of emergency service. It's really something. And now I'm guessing I feel like it's a he. But I feel the neighborhood dogs too now are starting to have that same kind of, just that um guttural howl now when they hear the emergency vehicles. It's kind of cool.
it's so powerful. I love that. Yeah. So that guttural pal is so primordial. So all of them joining in, and everything has a frequency or a sound to it in the universe. So that's beautiful that they're joining in to help. When I see the angels come in now, I often see them coming in choruses singing. And when I talk to my guides, a lot of times they're a chorus. They're Terry, 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 Terry. Yeah, that's how they'll get my attention.
Oh, I love that.
But I love that the animals in your neighborhood are doing that. I do feel like every I don't know if it's me or us as a collective noticing more that we're more interconnected. But like last night, I was walking Tyler through this park by us, and there's a cemetery on one side, there's a grade school on one side, and then there's all these places, where the kids can play, and softball, and even a roller derby thing in it. It's a great park. And the cemetery, and I'm walking through the cemetery, and I'm looking over, and you can't see it because of all the trees, but I'm thinking, they love that the kids are here playing. They are having so much fun, these spirits. And I can just feel them coming over to watch it and enjoy it. And I'm like, that is an amazing thing, when you can bring everybody together and how interconnected it is.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. uh, I did write down a couple quotes. The One of them is, the whole universe is contained within a single human being, you. And that's by Rumi. And we are here to awaken from the illusion of separateness. And that's Thich Nhat Hanh. And so I thought I had another one. Prayer doesn't change God, but it changes the one that prays. I love that one. Love that one too. And where there's love, there's life. And that one was by Gandhi. And
Oh.
I like that. I I wrote down an affirmation that that I can share with you guys want to hear affirmation?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go for it, girl.
I am one with the rhythm of the universe. The light within me is the same light that shines in all. I release separation and embrace the divine unity of all. Peace flows through me and harmony expands around me. You are me, I am you, we are one, and so it is.
Oh my God. That is so beautiful. I just love that, Kelly. Thank you. That's gorgeous. I do feel like this interconnectedness, and the more that we repeat a mantra like that, an affirmation every day, it does kind of fulfill that. I am this one. Aham Brahmasi is like a primordial sound of the universe.
Right?
I am. Yeah. And that's all about that oneness, isn't it?
It is. It
Yeah.
is. I am. I and you chant, don't you?
Hmm.
And I think that's really powerful, and that too puts such a beautiful vibration out into the world that really raises our sense of consciousness and just our awareness, and I think just it brightens a light not only in us but around us too.
Yeah. Yeah. That humming or chanting or whatever you guys want to do. Like, I know a lot of you walk in nature, you garden, you paint, you do so many things here, this group. And it makes such a difference to the energy of the planet. I think sometimes we forget how powerful we are, each and every one of us here. And there's a beauty in it when we come together and do it in particular, whether we're just doing it in chat and talking to each other, or whether we're doing it as a group in a meditation and chanting, obviously, or singing. A lot of times concerts are such a high energy place, right?
Right?
Yeah, I'm going to a concert tonight. My sister's ex-partner passed away, the father of my nephew, and it's going to be a citywide concert, and all these musicians are coming, and so it's going to be a big deal. But I'm just really excited to be there with everybody. The bird song, yeah, Garnet, for sure. The bird song's huge.
Thanks so much for everybody that has come in. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Sally is here, Scott is here, Brenda it came in, Lauren. Thank you guys so very much for being here. And if I missed anybody, I'm really sorry. But you're right, Terry. Singing too is huge. It's huge for healing too, and it raises our vibration. And we are all together. John Lennon, right? Garnet, hello. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, artists are so connected. And talk about creativity, right? And that's the interconnectedness of us. That's that oneness consciousness where, like they say, if you get a hit, like if you get a calling to do something, like write that song, right? We are all together. That if you don't do it, somebody else will somewhere on the planet, because they'll just pull it out of the collective consciousness. But it's particularly artists, song, just amazing. Yeah,
It is. Denise, was it the affirmation I read?
I'm sure it was. Yeah, that
That's
was so
beautiful. Could you please repeat that again so we can do it as a collective? Oh, you know what? I will. How about this? How about I repeat the affirmation, and then when I'm done, should we just do a couple minutes of just in silence?
Yeah.
and just be silent. And as a community, we can send out prayers to whoever is in need of prayers, or or if you don't know anybody, we can send out prayers to the collective, to the world. Should we do that?
That sounds great. Kim Copeland was in surgery this morning, so that would be a good one. And I mean, I know that there's lots of people here too.
So Kim and Carolyn Booker too could use some prayers. And
Yeah.
so, yeah,
Barbara B.
Barbara, thank you for being here. Um, is there anything else before Mangled Unicorn? Hello.
Yeah.
I hate to be the wet blanket, but I've never felt so alone. The few people I've reached out to have pretty much ghosted me.
I'm
Um,
so sorry, Barbara.
you know what, Barbara? We'll probably have some time to take some questions. So I'll star that for you, and we'll get to it.
Yeah. And you guys, there's a lot of people going through a lot of stuff right now. I can't tell you how many emails and calls that I'm getting. And if I've missed anybody, number one, I want to apologize for that. And I honor you for getting in touch with me. But um, there's so much of it going around. You are not alone. Number one, you're never alone.
Never,
But
never, ever, ever.
yeah, because we're always one. But
Yep.
but there's a lot going on, and I just want you to know that we support you. Yeah, Barbara, I love you. Oh, Denise, yeah, beautiful.
Yes. Yep. I love you all. And yeah, and I love you, Denise. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So Denise, here we go. I will read the affirmation again. And then when I'm done, we'll have a moment of silence where we can send yeah, and I just got affirmation. They're like, yes, this is a good thing, because we have a powerful community and it's really going to make a difference. So I am one with the rhythm of the universe. The light within me is the same light that shines in all. I release separation and embrace the divine unity of all. Peace flows through me and harmony expands around me. You are me, I am you, we are one, and so it is. Okay, let's just take a moment. Thanks. Thank you, everybody. I was covered in goosebumps.
I was too. So, yeah, yeah. I was listening to somebody talk today, and they were talking about Carl Jung, Jungian theory and whatnot, and he said that it doesn't matter where you are or how long you are. If you are in the oneness, they will find you. So you will attract the people that need to be attracted to you when you
It's
get in that oneness.
right.
Mhm.
And it's so true. And and I do this thing in the morning where when I get up, I think I think my angels, my guides, my helpers, and and God and all my ancestors, I'll say thank you for this beautiful day. Thank you for my beautiful family. Thank you for my beautiful community. And then I'll say, please go before me and clear the way. And then I'll say, thank you for protecting me. Thank you for guiding me. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for healing me. And then I'll say, in Jesus' name I pray, amen. And but I have started adding to it, and I just started adding it this morning. I've started adding put me on the path of my divine goodness, for my highest good. So, whether what I think my path is could be totally different from what my angels and my guides think my path is. So this morning I said, just put me on the divine highest path for my highest good. And so yeah, that's something I say every morning. It's just a quick little prayer.
That's beautiful. I love that. I love that. That's amazing. Yeah, I try to wake up with an affirmation and I try to make it very positive. And when I catch myself waking up and saying, "Oh, you forgot to do this yesterday," I try to change that around right away. But I shake when I wake up.
Oh,
It's
I like that,
Yeah,
Terry.
so it's kind of one of my things, and now my body just voluntarily kind of does it. But I've released the stress from my body of the previous day or wherever. Maybe it's the previous 20 years, right? Sometimes it is. But we get physical things that are caught in our body. Well, you do the healings, and you know that, right? And they get caught in there, and it can be a physical thing. So it does keep your body and your energy cleared out. But that's one of my favorite things to do in the morning.
And it's just because I'm curious. Do you when you get up, when you're making your coffee, or when
When I'm
at
in
what point?
bed, when I'm in bed. So,
Oh, okay.
and I don't even have to use pillows anymore, but really what you do is just lay on your back. It's somatic shaking and body work. You can just call it body work. And you lay on your back and probably not too many pillows underneath your head. And then you just put a couple of pillows under your knees if you want to. And you just let your hips, because it's in your psoas, is where a lot
Mhm.
of people get caught, which is where your fight or flight response is.
Yeah.
So, and your fear response and your freeze response. And sometimes we don't realize that we've kind of been frozen maybe since the pandemic or maybe since the death of a loved one or loss of a job, something that we might have stuck in our physical form. But now my body just craves it. I just love it. Mary says, we are a sacred river of life. Some take the route to the left of a left stream, some the right, and all return to the ocean. Yeah, it's all about the flow, isn't it, Mary? I love that. That's so beautiful. Mary's a poet, so that's her sacred gift.
I
She's
love
amazing. Yeah.
that. Well, we have if anybody else has any questions for Terry and I, we've got a few minutes that we can we can take your questions. If you could put them in caps, that would be absolutely wonderful. Barbara says, I love the cat pose.
Right? That's amazing. Is it the cow and cat, Barbara? I think is what she's talking about, where you're on all fours and you kind of breathe up and then you exhale and you're just letting it all out. That's a huge one. Just
That is.
beautiful. Yeah.
The more thankfulness I have, the simpler things are becoming. A bit a bit crazy, rapid. At a, Rush, it's absolutely so true. The more we can be thankful and grateful for, and really express them through either writing or saying them out loud, things happen so quickly.
Yeah. And things are happening faster than I think they thought it would. And I'm saying they as in, our maybe our spirit tribe or the council or whomever. But like we were on a trajectory of this planet, I think, to go to 5 and 6 dimension. But now I think seventh and eighth, it's going to be an
I
easy
do too.
in the next timeline. So yeah, it's going to
Yep.
be amazing.
Yep.
I
I feel that too. Give thanks and praise for the whole creation. Exactly, Garnett, to
mhm,
everybody.
yeah.
Yes, it's so true. Hey, Kimmy, the universe is connecting us to those like-minded
Oh,
tribes that are all the same.
yeah,
And
100%, man.
we're finding each other, which is huge.
Yeah, and don't be surprised if your friend groups change. Like, you might still have these friends that you'll go to coffee with or something, but it might look a little different, and you will attract more like-minded souls. Or they'll start seeing what you're doing and come into that. So what you do and the people that you're around, you may not think that you're changing them, but your light changes everything. Yeah.
Right?
And particularly a lot of us might feel a little like where we're located on the planet, that we're like the one spot in a sea of clouds, the one
Right.
spot of light. But it breaks off. It makes a difference to be where you are. Shine your light.
And that we are. Carl, nope, you're not too late. I got you. And
Hey, Carl.
Liz, I got you too. We're all walking each other home. Yep. That's
Love on God.
exactly and that's exactly what we're doing. And I think right now it's so important to grab everybody's hand, no matter where they're, because there's a lot of people struggling right now. In my energy, my insight and predictions, I talked about for this month that the fog would be lifting for many. And when that fog lifted for some, that it was going to be really triggering, and that many would feel angry. And I said a lot of people are going to feel like they've been duped. And
Yeah.
so to those people that are, I mean, they're going through a lot right now. I mean, if we can reach our hand out to them and and welcome them in, I think is really important. I really think it's like a crucial time right now where, we say, come on in.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Hypnicity. I'm feeling very disconnected lately. Well, thank you for being here. And I think a lot of us are, but please, please, please know that you're not alone. And thank you for being here and being a part of chat.
Yeah, ethnicity, I don't think you realize the difference you make in this community, and I'm gonna say that about everybody in this community today, that, you saying hi to another person changes their life. Like Barbara was just saying that people weren't reaching out, and then the next thing I see is I think Denise saying, "I love you, Barbara." And, that changes somebody's life, just makes a huge difference. Yep, you 100%, young lady. You 100%.
Well, we have a few questions. Yeah,
Okay.
we've got, I think we might go over just a couple minutes, but
Oh, yeah, I'm
here's
good.
here's what we have. I have Barbara, and I have Carl and Liz and Play Love Remember. I think that's, yep.
Yeah, Barbara. The first thing I'm feeling is heart chakra and a heaviness, Barbara. And this could be you, but I think it's also some of the people that you've reached out to. I'm hearing it's me, it's not you from them. That some of them are going through a lot, and it's like they got caught up in the programming, the social constructs programming of, oh my God, I have to go to the bank. Oh my God, I have to go get my car washed. Oh my gosh, I have to, we get caught up in all those little things and we
That
think about,
hurry, that hurry
all
mentality.
right, or fear mentality where, oh
Mhm.
my gosh, if I don't get this done, I'm going to be a slacker and people are going to see that I didn't put any plants in my flower garden this year. I mean, just all those little things that we judge ourselves by. Which, hello, I did not put any flowers in my flower garden this year. Everything grew that was already there. But, I was going to Sedona and I was like, yeah, forget about it. They're pulling retreat um, for you, like go within, whether that means going within or getting yourself a retreat, Barbara, whether it's an online retreat, right? Something that you can just do online for a couple of hours or something, or go somewhere. And a lot of yoga studios, like I'm doing a workshop at the Yoga Patch on Sunday, and it's just a little retreat thing. It's on um, your intuition and awakening. And so little retreats like that can cost next to nothing. And most places also have something that is based on whatever you can afford. But that's where you're going to find enchantment is within, going within. So,
Okay. I I got Barbara. Um, it's really important for you to take care of your heart. I get that your heart is really tender, and it's important to give yourself that time to feel those feelings, and sometimes that can be a lot to process. But I got process those feelings. So do what you can to process those feelings, and I would recommend like rose quartz if you have it, to in the next while, to hold on to that. And nature, if you could get out into nature, and of course meditation is always wonderful. And but I'm also getting that it's important for you to break free from um, those toxic relationships and those relationships that are bringing drama. So anything that is not in alignment with your highest good right now, Barbara. So I mean, and I know this is hard, and I know we've all felt it at times, where when we've reached out to somebody and they don't reach back, and we're just like, what the heck, um y- please know that your angels and your guides are always have your best interest in hand. So for some reason, maybe like what Terry said, maybe it's they're going through something right now that would be really too heavy on your heart right now for you to have to deal and cope with. um but know that there is a reason. And then I pulled priorities, and so what I get with this, Barbara, is to make yourself a priority. You take care of yourself and take care of your heart, and you know buy yourself those flowers, or treat yourself, and just be extra kind to Barbara.
yeah, that's beautiful. I this popped out, and this is my favorite card in this deck, is surrender and release. So this angel is walking around holding this big urn and, our pot of sorrow that we collect, right? But and sometimes that's sorrow, and we haven't forgiven ourselves for being in something, or we haven't forgiven somebody else. But I think it's a collective right now. We're being called to release all the old stuff because we got so much good stuff coming in. So yeah, really important.
Yeah, it really is. And Andrew, I'm sorry I missed you, but I gotcha. So many miracles happening in the midst of the crazy health crisis. Is there any miracle coming in to clear my debt and medical expenses?
First thing I get is the cross. So I don't know if Catholic Charities is coming in, Liz, or I know you're in Mexico, and I know that Catholicism is, or some sort of it feels like there's an entity there, whether it's Catholic Charities or something on the island. But yeah, it feels like you're going to get a big wave of abundance. And then I pulled your guardian angel. So be sure and talk to your angels about it. And there's three windows in there, or doorways. So you could look at that as either 3 months, 3 days, 3 weeks, something about the three. Maybe their address has a three in it.
I love that. Liz, I pulled face your fears. And so what I get from this is it's really, 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 I can't stress enough, important for you to let go of the fear of lack and the fear of it's that it's not going to come in, and change it around that I am blessed that miracles are happening. The debt is going to be paid, is going to be paid off. And I would write it down. I would put it somewhere. I would walk around and just tell the universe, thank you for paying off my debt. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for, thank you for blessing me. Thank you for taking care of me. I got that. I got improving health. So I get that your health that's amazing, Liz, that your health is going to continue to improve. And then lastly, I got an opportunity. So there is going to be an opportunity coming in for you. So just, let go of that worry, let go of that fear, and, any discernment that you have that's related and tied to money, because you don't want that to hold you back. And I just heard that she has the power. So you have the power to make this happen, Liz.
There's a movie called Dare to Be Wild. Have you guys seen it? Have you seen it yet?
I haven't. No.
It was
Is
out.
it a newer one?
No, it's been around for a while, but we watched it the other night, and I got to say it made a huge hit for me. But it was about a young lady in Ireland, and she was in her 20s, and she wanted to be at the Chelsea flower show, and she wanted to design an all natural garden that was wild and indigenous things, and also she wanted to incorporate the ancient ones, and so there were thrones for the ancient ones. There was fire and water and earth,
Oh,
and
wow.
really amazing. So she wrote a note to herself on her refrigerator, and it said, "Thank you for my golden medal at the Chelsea Flower Show."
Yes. That's exactly it.
And she got it. Yeah. And she found the people that would help her. And it's a beautiful story. You guys, if anybody wants a cheer me up movie, it's
Yes.
a little romantic, it's a little mystical, it's a little rom-com. It's really lovely.
And what was the name of it again?
Dare to Be Wild. And it's a true story.
Oh, it is.
It is a
Oh, I love
app.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be checking it out because I'm in need of finding
I
something to watch.
I could watch that like every day and feel happy, blessed.
Carl, message from my guides for what's coming in the next days, the next days before Monday. Will I find a solution at the last minute? Thank you.
So, are you digging right now, Carl? Because I got like an arrow going into the ground, but it's not just one arrow. There's a lot of portions to it. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 lines going into the arrow. Um, so I don't know if you're digging right now, but it's like you're going to find the exact right point. It might be already marked. This is the drawing right here. So almost like what do they call that? A shuttlecock that you play that game with. When you're got the net and you got the little rackets.
Oh, what's that called?
I wanted to call it croquet, but it's not. Is that croquet? Maybe it is croquet. I can't remember the name of it.
Croquet is the wooden mallet.
Oh yeah,
When you have
yeah,
the wire, and then you place them, and then you hit the ball.
yeah, yeah. Oh, being evicted. Badminton. Thanks, Layla. Remember.
Yes,
Yes.
badminton.
Um, it feels like you're going to dig out of that hole, but it does feel like there's a better place for you to go, Carl. What are you getting?
First thing that I got, Carl, was move. And
Yeah,
so I think Terry's right. I think that there's something better, but I'm also getting repair. And so I don't know if there's something at your place that needs to be repaired, or if there's something where you're going that is going to need repair. And so maybe you work out a deal with them where I can do these repairs, or maybe maybe the repairs is that you work out a deal with your landlord that I will do these repairs, and then they take money off of the rent. But there's something to do with repairs. So I don't know if it's with your place that you're living in right now, or if, because I did get move, and then I did pull a couple cards, and I got slow down, and then forgiveness. So if you've been really hard on yourself about this, Carl, you just please forgive yourself. That we all get into these situations, and it's always to remember that everything is happening for our highest I for our highest good. And I did get, the situation is going to improve. And then lastly, I got ask your angels. So ask your angels for assistance and guidance, and there too. I mean, whatever it is, if it's a certain dollar amount that you're needing, write it down. Just say that, tell your angels, thank you for this amount of money that you needed in order to pay the rent, like you've already received it.
yeah. Oh, hard on yourself, and your kitty just gave birth beside me now. Oh my God, Carl, that's abundance.
Oh, wow.
I got answered prayer too. So I do feel like your prayers will be answered, and a sense of belonging. Um, I do want you to look at, is that where you really want to be? So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thanks, Carl. And sending you lots and lots of love.
Yeah.
Play, love, remember. I have a message from my new SG Morse, please. He recently came into my awareness.
Your new soul guide, Morris.
Is that what you think it is?
I think it is soul guide.
Okay.
You're welcome, Carl. Um, what's that song? Slow down. You move too fast.
Yep.
Yeah, and then they said the first thing they said was wait, don't run. Um, so play, love, remember. Do you feel like you've been on speed dial or something lately? You have lots of time. They just want you to kind of like when you sit in the stillness. Yeah, spirit guide. When you sit in the stillness, you kind of look at things in a different respect when you're in complete awareness and you witness what's happening. So, and you can witness that everybody around you is in this game, right? These constructs of going through their motions. But when you're going through even the smallest motion with awareness, like washing your car or peeling a carrot or something, it's when you're really in the now. It feels like your crown chakra is really vibing right now. Play, love, remember. So it's like a big awakening coming in, and to get these downloads, to have all this going on at the same time, that's a lot. so so really being centered while you're going through this time frame.
I got the same, Terry. I got grounding. Play, love, remember. It's really really important for you to ground your energy, and I, and and I really like. I mean, I mean like ground. Like take your shoes off, get in the ground. Get your hands in the dirt. Even if you could lift your shirt up and put your belly on the ground, that would be really really good for you, because the same thing, I'm getting that it's just there's that feeling of I need to hurry, I need to rush, and and to slow things down. That I just heard you're right where you need to be.
Mhm.
There's no need to to rush. And I do get that there's and I don't know if there's something with work, but if you've been working more, but there needs to be a better balance between work, home, and play. And I pulled the communicate card, and so know that your words matter, and that you matter. And I do feel like I don't know if you're feeling it right now, but I do feel like at some point here in the next, either it's now or in the next couple of weeks, um that you could really be in the fields. And when we're in the fields, depending on where we're at, they would really like you to just to feel everything, and let it move through you, because when we feel all of those emotions, it really lets us heal. And then lastly, I'm getting that, two if you could change your furniture, just change it
Oh,
around and vacuum underneath it, and just change things around, is really going to help the energy in your house and in your space, which is in return is going to really help balance and ground your energy too. So yeah, that's what I got
yeah.
for you.
Yeah, I moved around my altars and my artwork, and I got a new vacuum cleaner.
Oh, I love that. And that's huge because they always say, if you buy a new house, you should always get a new vacuum cleaner.
Oh, I
And
didn't
so
know that. I
yeah,
knew you never move a mop or a broom. Like, you always get a new
yes.
broom.
Yep.
But, yeah. Well, yeah, so we got the new I got 2. The first one didn't work, so the second one was more powerful. I needed the power.
Well, right? Because nothing is worse is when you're vacuuming, especially if you have the hose and it's blowing the crap out underneath you and it's hitting your feet. It about puts me over the edge. It's just like, no, if I need a good vacuum
Right.
cleaner. Yep, that
Yeah.
has power.
Yeah. The guides are saying, "Suck it up."
Suck it up, buttercup.
Oh, Andrew. Okay, and this is Amy
Amy. Yep.
earlier. Yeah. She's u and I but I love that picture. Amy, how many do you have? Do you have 3? Because they're showing me a triangle or a pyramid. Um, and it's of course, it's three-sided, but it's also mirrored by another pyramid under it. So that could be 4, or that could be even 6 or 5, depending on how you look at that. I do feel like, oh, you've got 2 at the moment? Yeah. There's room for that third, and there's a third one. It feels like there's a third one that's kind of hanging around you. And and they are okay if they don't come in this lifetime to this body, because they'll be around you somehow, like somewhere in the family, like a grandchild or something. But and they're just saying, yeah, um, yeah. So they're around, and they're happy to come in right now in some way. But if they don't, it's okay because you'll meet them as a grandchild.
I love that. Amy, I heard why not? Why not? But I do get that it's important for you to really be taking care of yourself right now. Just mind, body, soul. I get that that's really important. Um, I did get within a few months, and so but I really feel like the decision is yours, and I think that's why I heard why not. And then I pulled a year from now. And so I if that's what you want. And then the last card I got was courage. So sometimes it does take courage to have that child, because you have two, and you know what the work that's involved when it comes to having another child. And so yeah.
Yeah, and if she did have it, if she didn't get pregnant in 3 months, it would be exactly a year, right, to give birth.
Oh yeah.
9 months. So, I don't Amy, I'm not sure if this is a child that tried to come in before, like, if something happened before, and a pregnancy didn't go through, or, um but they said they've been around. So, if there was one that tried to come in before, um, huh, and it could have been in another relationship even, so romance. But yeah, that could either be in another relationship, or that could just mean that whatever's happening is bringing you and your partner closer together. Okay, your 2-year-old daughter had a twin who passed around 8 weeks. Yeah, yeah, that's them.
Yep.
Yeah, they've been around in utero. Yeah, they've been around for a while, honey. It did, there was a process with that, because that brought your family unit so much closer, Amy.
And right, and at the time though, it's so devastating and it's so horrible. But there always is that silver lining, when we look to it, and to look how it really united, and like Terry said, just really brought your family closer together.
Yeah. Yeah, and she had another miscarriage too. Yeah, they've been around for a while. They've said that's what they keep saying, and it's okay. They'll come in some way to you, honey. If
Yeah.
they're a grandkid, they're happy. There's no grief over there.
No.
They are in love. They are in the oneness.
Well, Lisa just popped in with this one, and I think should we end with this one? And this one kind of, I would love any messages I need to hear today. And so should we, we can do this for Lisa, and kind of the collective too. Anything Lisa needs to hear and anybody needs to hear today.
Lisa, they're showing me a box. Like, I don't know if you feel like you're living in a box, or you put yourself in a box, or maybe somebody else, you feel like circumstances around you have put you in a box. But they're saying wrap a bow around that box and turn it into a gift. That is your gift. Um, you've got, I feel like you've got some new awakenings coming in. Your crown chakra is opening up, and it's you might even get headaches sometimes, or the top of your head might hurt a little bit, Lisa, when you're going through this, because they're just bringing up your forehead. That could be your third eye opening up, that this is something new coming in. You are going to have a celebration, and they're talking about, I just want you to see the darkness around this angel. And then all of a sudden she sees that one hole of light, or the moon, or that planet, whatever it is. Darkness is the hole the light comes through. That's an old Rumi quote that I'm misusing completely, I'm sure. But in a way that, I probably didn't say it right. But that's the general gist here, is that if you're going through a series of darkness right now, there is a huge gift coming into you, and there's going to be a big celebration for it. Yeah, third eye pressure for sure. Yeah, and sometimes we get really down on ourselves when we hurt, right, and pain.
Mm-hmm.
But you can dial it back. You can just tell your guides, hey, dial it back, and you can even go and pretend like there's a dial there and physically dial it back. But yeah, you've got a gift coming in. You might be the gift, or your gifts.
Oh,
So
I love that.
yeah, figure out where that hits.
Well, it's funny, you said the darkness around that card, and then that there was that light that needed to be. I pulled shadow work,
Oh, I love it.
and so shadow work isn't always the funnest, but if you look at this card too, you look at that light, and so when we work through those aspects of shadow work is all those aspects of us that um of things that we perceive as being negative, and working through those parts of things that we need work on. It allows more light to come in, come into us, where then we're able to shine our light into the collective. um I get that there's changes coming in. I get that there's been a lot going on in that, these changes that are coming in are going to be beautiful. I pulled accept help, and so when we do have too much on our plate, and I get you can do it all. They're like, she can do it all. She can wear this hat, that hat, but to accept help, or ask for help when you need it. I do get maybe a little bit less screen time would be really beneficial for you.
Mhm.
And then lastly, I get wish. So there too, doing your intentions and making that wish, and putting it out there for whatever you want to come into fruition.
She's asking, can shadow be ancestral? 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. It can be ancestral. It can be generational. It can be everything.
It can, and don't you think, Terry, working on our ancestral shadow work is probably one of the biggest gifts that we can give ourselves, our kids, and like you said, it's the 7 generations even after us. By healing those patterns, those behaviors that have come in with us in this lifetime, by being able to heal those, and it's a huge gift. It's a huge gift, not only for yourself but for everybody coming in the future.
Right. Even if you don't have children, it's a big thing for your descendants. It's
Mhm.
also like looking at your past selves and your future selves, right? 7 generations or 7 lifetimes back and 7 lifetimes in the future, perhaps. But we have a geome, and like what happened thousands of years ago to our ancestors. We still hold that. Like if their
Mhm.
if their village was pillaged, then you still have that. And that's a big reason why shaking helps, because that even helps release that. So any way you can do it. As we awaken our ancestors, celebrate it, benefits them. 100% Mary Starshine. Thank you. Yeah. So anything that you do like that is a huge, so it's an honor for the whole planet. And that's what we're doing, because we're not going to take it with us to seventh dimension at
Nope.
all.
Nope.
We're gonna a
Nope.
crystalline body.
Yep.
So
We
and
are healing that crap.
yep, yep. We're gonna be looking good in our crystalline bodies too.
Yes. Darn tootin'.
So yeah.
Well, everybody, thank you. Thank you, Terry, for being here. And thanks everybody in the chat for coming in, and just, the oneness, sharing the unity, sharing the love, sharing this time, taking time out of your schedule on a Friday to hang with us means the world to both Terry and I. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And Terry, what do you got going on this weekend?
Well, tonight I'm going to the party down
Yes.
at Knuckleheads, and with all the music, so that's going to be fun. Tomorrow I have meditation at the Yoga Patch, and then I have Dr. Gail, and we're going to be talking about galactics, and we might get a little dark there. Actually, we're going to be talking about the Dracos and some others and the snakes people. And then I'm gonna be leading a workshop at the Yoga Patch on Sunday. What are you doing?
I don't have near as fun
Oh,
weekend
oh, you're
planned.
busy. Really
I
busy.
I'm working. I am working this weekend, but I'm very grateful, and I love it. And but I need to get caught up. I have a lot of clients coming up that I need to be preparing and working on. And so I'm just going to be I'm going to be working, but I think I'm going to make sure, that I get outside, get some sunshine, maybe get a dip in the pool, and make sure there's some good food. I think, as a reward,
Yeah,
when a person's done, whether it's takeout, or I don't have any meals planned, but yeah, something good.
good for you. Yeah. So, Callie Healer is a wonderful healer, obviously. But
Oh,
if anybody wants to get a healing by her, you cut ties, don't you? You cut
yep.
strings that attach us to the old ways.
Yep, I cut those cords that, that we have, that are attached to us in clear energy. And it does make a huge difference in how we go forward. And I love doing it. And well, thank you, Terry.
Yeah, an amazing healer. So contact her.
Oh, thank you. I love you, Terry. I love all of you guys. And we'll see Terry on Tuesday, and then we will be back in a couple weeks.
Yeah. Okay.
Take
Bye-bye.
care, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.